Are you parasocial? In this video, I'm going to go over 5 tests to tell if you're a parasocial. Yo, in the big 2025 going into 2026, I've noticed a trend on the internet. We are suffering from an epidemic of people that are parasocial, critically parasocial at that. And every single day, I see more and more people that become obsessed with their favorite content creators, especially on platforms like TikTok, Twitter, and Reddit. And one thing that I've noticed is when confronted, these people always, they don't realize that they're parasocial. They'll fight back and say, I'm not a parasocial. That's a bunch of BS. I'm just defending my favorite content creator. So I decided to make this video going over the five things you can do to determine if you're a parasocial or not. And the first thing I'm going to start off with is defending celebrities or content creators you do not know at all. Getting offended on their behalf. One thing that will really, really expose a parasocial is when you're talking about their favorite content creator negatively, and you'll see how passionate and upset and offended they'll become defending this person they've never met in their entire life. On my streams, I've talked about the Kai Sanats. I've talked about the Aiden Rosses. I've talked about the iShow Speeds, the Foozy Tubes, the Sneakos, even the fucking Claviculars. And I'll have people come in and they'll be so passionately angry defending their favorite content creator. Oh, you're misjudging them. They're actually a good person. You're misjudging them. They're doing this, they're doing that. You're jealous of this content creator, my idol. I've never seen so many grown men come out of the woodworks and idolatrize, put another person on a pedestal that they don't know and defend them tooth and nail. Talking about my idol, another grown man. I have never called, as a grown man, I have never called another man or other person at all, female, male, it don't matter, my idol. But you'll be surprised how many people will say that unironically. Back in the day, we used to worry about people becoming parasocial for celebrities like Michael Jackson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Justin Timberlake, Emma Stone, Angelina Jolie, Oprah Winfrey. But nowadays, we got people becoming parasocials for any old schmuck on the internet. Random people. Look, and I'm not even saying that it's justified if you're becoming a parasocial, a quote unquote celebrity, a Tom Cruise per se. But it's even more ironic when it's just a random schmuck that makes videos like me on the internet. Like, are your standards that low? But these people will become emotionally hooked, right? They want to know everything this person does, everything this person says. They'll defend them tooth and nail, even though they've never met the person in their entire life. They'll get offended on their behalf. A person that will never meet you ever, ever, ever. And if they do meet you, they'd meet you for 2 or 3 seconds in a meet and greet and not want to have anything to do with you. But you're defending them like crazy. You get emotionally invested in the situations that don't directly affect your life at all. You're over here worrying about the relationship status. You're over here worrying about if they have beefs with other content creators, how it's going to affect you in the future, which it won't, by the way. Newsflash. You're worrying about their contracts, how many millions they're making, how many millions they're losing. You're worried about if they commit a crime, if they don't commit a crime. You're defending them. You're worrying about them day and night, waiting for them to drop the next video. It's actually freaking sad. It's sad. You're so emotionally invested in another person. It's become an escape mechanism for you. So if you're one of these people who you see your favorite content creator, your favorite streamer engaged in some sort of difficult situation and your heart starts to race, I have bad news for you. You're parasocial. If you're over here defending your favorite content creator that you've never met in your entire life and know nothing about, I have bad news for you. You're parasocial. If you constantly bring up your favorite content creator and you compare everything else to them, I'm sorry to break it to you. That's number 3 on the list. You're parasocial. If you're giving millionaires money for nothing, you're donating to your favorite content creator who's already super famous and super rich, I hate to break it to you, you're parasocial. If you imitate, if you're out here imitating your favorite content creator, you're parasocial. All of these things are key indicators that you have a parasocial relationship with somebody that you've not ever met in your entire life. You idolize a person, you know? It's okay if you enjoy somebody's content. I'm not saying you can't enjoy anybody else's content. I'm not saying that you can't feel like you have stuff in common with the person, which also is borderline parasocial, but you're not there yet. But when you get emotionally invested, when your emotions get affected by what you hear or see regarding this content creator, that's a sign that you're parasocial. If you're on Reddit making posts about another content creator nonstop, you're parasocial. If you're searching for content on that content creator and you find stuff that you don't want to hear about them and you go and write long essay comments, you're parasocial. Your whole life revolves around another person. You're not even living your life. You're living vicariously through another person. Why? That's the question you should ask yourself. I want you to wake up. Wake up. You're sleeping. Wake up and realize the gravity of your situation. You're not, a lot of the people who watch my stream, they see me covering the news. They see me covering different content creators. They see me doing react content and they think that I'm in the same boat as them, but I am not in your boat because I don't even watch content when I'm not streaming. Unless it's for the stream, unless I'm studying and taking notes for the stream, I'm not watching content. I'm focused on my life. I'm focused on growing on my audience, making my life better. And if you're not doing that, if your whole existence circles around other people and what they're doing in their life, then you're parasocial. But then again, I get it. I understand. It's an evolutionary trait that some human beings unfortunately still have, where they need to identify with other people and they live vicariously through the success of another person. They will make the sacrifice and live a miserable life in order for that person to succeed. And they'll look at that person and say, there he goes. I'm so proud of this person. But the sad truth is that the person that you're rooting for doesn't care about you at all. Even I'm a small content creator and even I suffer from this, right? In the sense that I make content and I have some people that will watch me religiously and they're very, very invested in me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I make content, I make videos, but I'm just a content creator. You're watching me. I'm not like trying to become anybody's best friend out here. And I know that people don't realize it, but that's the beginning of the parasocial relationship. When you think that you have some sort of intimate relationship with the content creator. I'm just making videos. Kai Sanat, he's just making videos. Aiden Ross, he's just making videos. I Show Speed, he's just making videos. They're all just making videos. It's a one-sided relationship. You know everything about this content creator, but they know nothing about you. And the truth is, a lot of the times, these content creators, if you really met them, they probably wouldn't want to hang out with you or really get to know you like that. Unfortunately. Because the difference is that the content creators are actually doing something with their life, right? They're actually out here working for it. Trying to make their life entertaining, trying to entertain the masses. I've said this a bunch of times. A lot of the people, I'm like, yo, you're kissing up to Aiden Ross, defending him in my chat, or defending Kai Sanat. But the truth is that if you and I both pulled up on Kai Sanat, I pulled up in my McLaren, and you pulled up in your Honda Civic. I jumped out with the $20,000 Rolex. You jumped out with the Casio, the $5 Casio. I jumped out with the Louis Vuitton shirt and Christian Louis Vuitton sneakers, the LV belt. I jumped out and dripped up. Kai Sanat is going to sit there and talk with me for like an hour, maybe more than that. He's going to talk to you for 3 seconds. He's going to say, you want the photo? And that's the difference between me and you. Because a person who's doing it, a person who's putting in the work, they can tell when another person is doing it and putting in the work and has success and has aura versus the person who's just in their mother's basement glazing. And I hate to break it down like this. Maybe this is going to make me lose subscribers. Maybe this is going to make me lose followers. Maybe this is going to rub some people the wrong way. But the truth is, if you're in your mother's basement being a loser, people can tell. And then you're in denial. You need to wake up and just admit that you're a parasocial and get better. But I know people are not going to get better. They're going to watch this video and get angry. They're going to think that this is rage bait. It's not even rage bait. I'm not even trying to, I'm just being honest with you. You're being a parasocial loser weirdo in your house. You're obsessed with another human being who most of the time, you know, I've met many content creators and usually they're just normal fucking people. They're just normal. There's nothing special about them at all, other than that they're putting in the work and they're trying to, you know, make their life something that they can show other people. But unfortunately, a lot of you guys have never met any big content creators, so you live in a delusion where you think that they're special in some way. And in reality, you're looking up to an average, ordinary person who might even have more problems than you. I just want you guys to fucking wake up. That's all. I guess that's the point of me making this video. And I know it's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, but it's the truth. The truth is that you need to level up yourself. Stop looking at other people. Stop pocket watching other people's level. Oh, this person is, oh, yo, they just bought the new Ferrari 296 GTB. Whoa, I'm so proud of them. Oh, bro, they just broke 1 million subscribers. I'm so proud of them. Oh, bro, they just got a new girlfriend. Oh, shit, is she going to leave him? Is she not going to leave him? Oh, no, he just committed a crime. He's going to be guilty. Is he not going to be guilty? You're too hyper-focused on somebody else's story. You need to make yourself the main character. I don't even know what else I can say here. To me, it just makes me sad to know that there's some people on this planet who aren't the main character in their own story. To me, that's crazy. Can you imagine? You're not the main character in your own story. Somebody else is the main character in your story. In your life story, somebody else is the main character. That's sad. It's beyond pathetic. It's sad. You know, when I first started streaming, I started to restream other people, right? And I would restream FuziTube, I would restream Kai Sanat, and I quickly realized, like, what am I doing? Why am I restreaming these people that I'm not interested in, and I'm making my channel about them? I'm making the main character of my YouTube channel someone other than myself. And I changed it, and I went back to doing what I was doing before, making content about myself. I'm the center focus. Now imagine you're doing that, but instead of it being a YouTube channel, you're doing that with your life. Your whole life is about another person. Your whole life is about a band, musician, rapper, artist, comedian, actor, whatever it is, streamer, YouTuber. I mean, I really honestly think once you start getting into the territory of TikToker, YouTuber, Instagram influencer, and you're being parasocial with those people, you're really lost. I mean, I can almost understand when it's like a big rapper or a big celebrity. The mystery around them might be alluring to some people, but when it's some random schmuck who just makes videos in their house, like now you're just so lost in the sauce. You're so lost in the sauce. You need to focus. You need to stop. Get off the internet if you have to. If you're that invested in other people's story, get off the internet. Take some time for yourself. Really figure out who you are and then make your life the best life. Make your life the best life. Who knows? Maybe you might get some followers doing that, right? Instead of being the followee, maybe you can get followers. I don't know. I just hope that this hits at least one person. I just hope I wake up at least one parasocial, wake them up out of the matrix, and they do better, because it's sad. I feel sad whenever I see these people that are just obsessed with the lives of another person. They're just watching every video about it, reading everything about this person, defending them. I could never imagine defending a person that's not myself. And maybe that makes me a selfish person. I don't know, but I can just not imagine myself defending a person who's not me. To me, that's crazy. It's insane. What are you doing? What are you doing defending a complete stranger you never met in your entire life? You don't even know if you're right about the person or not. You know, I've had so many people come into my chat when I made a few videos about Kai, and they'd say, oh, Kai's actually he's a very good guy. He's very charitable. He's very friendly. He's very humble. It's like, you are just making that up because you don't even know this person. You're going by what you've seen in the videos. You're parasocial. I'm not a parasocial. You're literally a parasocial. You're literally obsessed and you're drinking the Kool-Aid. Yo, these people are so lucky we're not in the 1970s, 80s, 60s, and there's not some cult. They would fall for the cult leader. They would be in Jonestown drinking the Kool-Aid. I swear to God. Because that's all it is. You're just a person who's lost in the sauce and you're trying to find some sort of escapism, some sort of validation, something that makes you feel better about yourself. And you would be a prime victim for a cult. You would eat it up. You would eat it up. And the reason you would eat it up is because your life is sad. So you got to change your life and make your life the opposite of sad. Make that shit fucking lit. I guess that's my word of encouragement here in this video. Make your shit lit. Go do something you're passionate about. Get a hobby. Work on something. And maybe one day you can become somebody. Because right now, as it is, you're nobody. You're a minion. Do you want to be a minion your entire life? Another minion in the shadows of somebody who's actually doing something with their existence? I bet you probably don't. So go out there. And honestly, you don't even need to go out there. Just do something. Make something. Produce something. Be yourself. And put yourself on the pedestal. A lot of people are afraid to put themselves on the pedestal. That's the problem. They think it's not humble. It's arrogant. It doesn't matter. Be arrogant. At the end of the day, all that matters is what you do in your life. You think I care if other people think I'm arrogant? Do you think I care if other people say, oh, this guy's not humble, he's full of himself? Of course I'm full of myself. Who am I supposed to be full of? I'm sure as hell not going to be full of fucking Aiden Ross or Kai Cenat or I Show Speed. Wake up. Live your life. Live your life. Don't let life live you. Anyways, I'm out. I had to get that off my chest. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe, turn on notifications. I stream almost every day. I'll catch y'all later.